inviting me on this momentous occasion, I must say.
It has been such a long journey, but such a short one at the same time. You were just reminiscing before this whole thing began, the show began, and you were saying, it has been 12 years and they have passed so quickly. Absolutely. I remember the first day on the set that is right in front of us, we did the news, you did the 7 p.m. and I did the 10 p.m. News on the very first day, and it seems that it was yesterday.
Absolutely. I think it's been an epic journey, and we've all learned on the way, grown, and of course gone into people's homes, shared information, entertainment, try to inspire people, and also, of course, to inform opinion, which is a very important role that we have tried to play. And the best part, Umar, is that we have a niche audience, and of course, this is the only English language channel. I think that's the discerning quality of this particular broadcast channel. So it's been a great journey, and of course we are one family, and the people of Pakistan, of course, they share a special bond with PTV, and I think PTV World over the last 12 years has done its best to inform, educate, inspire people. Especially, you see, promoting the Pakistan narrative. That has been
very important. Another thing, Mazhar, that I feel has been very important, a very important achievement from Pakistan side and from PTV and PTV World side as well, is that of promoting Pakistan's culture, traditions, heritage. We've got a wonderful program called Glorious Pakistan that highlights many of the areas that we can visit. Highlights the touristic capabilities that Pakistan has, and that people need to understand and go and visit this beauty that our country has in abundance.
Oh yes, it's completely unmatched, and I think it's a treasure trove which programs like Glorious Pakistan, as you mentioned, have unlocked, and of course so is the case with our morning transmission. It's very powerful,
exactly,
and of course it's a blend of everything that you can imagine.
And when it comes to the morning show, we've had Shahzad Khan, who has been there since day one, and he has still been here, and he is the hallmark as far as our morning show is concerned, and he brings such a lot of verve and energy to it. Nevertheless, even our current affairs shows like this one that I'm doing newsroom since a couple of years have been very important. The fact that we have tried to maintain a certain balance as far as highlighting different aspects of the same story is concerned, and not venture into avenues where a lot of others have.
Yes. I think eschewing sensationalism has been the hallmark of PTV World.
And you always have confirmed whether a report is true before airing it, whether it be on news or on our current affairs.
Absolutely, and you see the quality of analysis that is being provided, to the Anglophone audience, also the diplomatic community,
the business community.
Yes, and the Pakistani diaspora, abroad. I think it's excellent and really very balanced, as you say. And I think it's the best thing that has happened to the prime time of PTV, and that you have this quality program where you can inform public opinion. And I think it becomes all the more important in this age of social media, where there's so much clutter of information, and there's so much misinformation and disinformation. So I think when you watch your show, and of course a couple of others on PTV World, at least it kind of takes the brain fog away and brings some semblance of clarity.
Exactly. As to where things are going, as to where Pakistan is going, as to where Pakistan stands on different avenues as well. Speaking of where Pakistan stands, a very important thing when it comes to any channel in Pakistan, and I feel PTV has been very strong there, is to highlight Pakistan's perspective to different countries. And for that, the interviews of, one of the shows that I also host is that with the diplomats, with the ambassadors, with ministers, with the presidents and prime ministers as well in the past. The fact is that it's very important, for people in Pakistan to understand what the other country thinks as far as Pakistan is concerned, what are the different avenues of bilateral cooperation between both the countries are concerned, or organizations. The UN, for example, is very important. We all the way, because of this show and many others, we had signed an MOU with the United Nations way back in 2014. So that was very important, because the UN, even an organization like the UN, thought PTV World was a channel that was important enough to be collaborating with. And I think this image building for Pakistan as well as for the other countries to give Pakistanis a point of view of what they stand for is very important.
So that's right, Omar. I think one of the greatest things that PTV has done, and of course which includes PTV World also, is to promote A, national integration, and B, also strengthen our bond with other countries. I think while improving Pakistan's image internationally. And you rightly mentioned that how PTV of course speaks to the international community, how you interact with them, and you put forward Pakistan's perspective.
And they put forward their perspective as far as Pakistan is concerned. That's very interesting, both ways. It's something that works both ways for Pakistan and for the other country or the other organization. A lot of firsts happen when it comes to PTV World and PTV World HD. We recently became HD. That is another first. It was a long time coming, but we have to thank our current channel head for all the efforts that he put in Namood Muslim. The fact is also that many other firsts also came. The sign language. We are also a channel that airs bulletins with sign language. It started with PTV News in Urdu, and now in English we have carried on with the same position. How important is that also to look at the different other communities as well and cater to them?
Yeah, I think for a channel to be sensitive to those who are differently abled, I think is also in conformity with the WHO guidelines on this particular issue. And also, of course, I think it shows how important PTV considers all segments that are, of course, part of its large viewership nationally and internationally. So I think it's very, very important.
When it comes to important international events as well, PTV World, and I have to say that because we have to at least highlight what we've done, and we've done so well when it comes to international events that have happened in Pakistan and abroad as well. Let's come with the SCO summit that recently happened last year in October. PTV World was there on all the huge screens that was present at the venue. I was there myself, and there was different countries that were there, and they all spoke one language, and that is where our channel came in, not only to highlight all that was happening around the SCO and otherwise, but also for the participants at the SCO to understand what Pakistan was all about.
Yeah, I think PTV played an outstanding role, in highlighting Pakistan's perspective, in of course bringing to the world the importance of the SCO conference, and of course the narrative that went out of there was that Pakistan was a country countries of the world should understand better, and they should of course strengthen their bonds, explore opportunities in terms of business, and of course cultural relations between the countries. So I think PTV has been out there covering international events, international conferences, and it has of course been like a face of Pakistan abroad. So a very important initiative, as you mentioned.
Even in the recent US elections, we had two correspondents who were there. Fortunately for us, because we managed to talk to them, Jawad Tehami as well as Shehzad Qayyum, who were there, and we managed in my show and in other shows as well to talk directly to them and to understand what people were thinking as far as the whole election process was concerned. I think it's very important not only to have on ground people who we know and for them to give us a perspective as to what is happening around the world, but also for the people who are in those countries to know that we are here and we are happening and we are doing whatever we can to highlight the events across the world to Pakistan.
That's right. I think PTV did a great service in of course putting those correspondents on the ground for the sake of clarity also to the Pakistani audience. Because you see the US election process is very complex, unlike other countries.
True.
So they were there on the ground explaining to the people, getting their analysis. So, step by step, and I think, for somebody like me, it was very, very helpful, in getting to know the entire US election process. And also, I think it's great for the Pakistani diaspora, because this is one platform, they can reach out to, and they can share their perspective, and also to promote the image of Pakistan, in the respective countries.
True, and also to highlight all those important figures in all the different fields who have done wonders for Pakistan. I think the more we highlight it, the better, because the people who have been there on the front foot, on the back foot, on the back end, as far as helping Pakistan achieve the successes it has, need to be also highlighted to a very foreign and global audience. That is what programs like Sky's the Limit that I began, now Farooq is doing, is very, very important, because we have highlighted so many people from different avenues who have made a mark for Pakistan.
Oh, that's right. I think I've been a keen viewer of that particular program, and I feel that is a great service to the country, because of course people across the world should know the kind of talent Pakistan has, the kind
abundance of talent, abundance
of
places to visit, so much that our culture, our traditions, our music has to offer. The more you dig in, the more you unearth.
Oh yes,
Pakistan is a treasure trove.
It is absolutely unmatched.
Finally, Mazhar, I'd like to understand your perspective in all these 12 years as being part of this channel that you call a family, and I've been calling a family, and so many others, even my producer who's there, I'm sure, who's a new entrant as far as PTV World is concerned, but nevertheless he has a very rich history of working in the field, and he's, everybody has very positive things to say. What is your impression in all of these 12 years, the evolution of PTV World HD?
That's right. I think PTV, we started small to begin with. Of course, we had a niche audience, but we started small and grew with time, from strength to strength. Of course, diversifying the different subjects that the PTV World has been dealing with, news analysis, programs, promoting the culture of Pakistan. And today, it's a strong 12-year-old child,
slowly etching into the teenage years.
Absolutely. And it's been great, serving PTV. Serving Pakistan, going into people's homes with news analysis.
That is based on facts, not fiction.
Absolutely. And I think that's where we stand out.
That is where we will continue to stand out, Mazhar Nisar. Thank you very much to have joined us. Ladies and gentlemen, we are so happy today to celebrate 12 years of PTV World, which is now PTV World HD, and we hope that the coming months and years will bring you even more strong information that is correct, based on facts, and of course will entertain you, will inform you, and will educate you at the same time. Till then, Umar Khaliba bids you farewell. We'll see you inshallah tomorrow with news stories and segments that pertain to US and Pakistan. Allah Hafiz.
Assalamu alaikum everyone, this is Sana Nabil. I am a fitness trainer and a powerlifting athlete. I will be coming on the show Sky's the Limit with Farooq Hassan. Stay tuned.
You go to Hassan Ali, we've seen the celebration.